Hey, this is the shack the dentist built, and today I'm going to show you how to change your mirror. Got a tripod mirror here on an old Ford truck, and we're going to show you how to do that. So stick around and we'll talk about that. And before you do that, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so that you can get updates on all my videos. I bought a pair of Grote tripod mount mirror assemblies for my truck, my old Ford truck. I gotta tell you, this old truck, oh, it has seen better days. Got dualies in the back and all that kind of stuff, but it still runs like a beast. And so I'm putting new mirrors on for pulling trailers. So here's what comes in the box. First, we have a nice new mirror. Set that aside, nice and bubble wrap. And then we've got our tripod, double tripod assembly in 2 pieces. And something else is in there. We'll figure out what it is. The mirror assembly, some miscellaneous screws. We'll see how that goes. So we're going to start by taking our mirror off. And the first thing you want to do, as I've already started, is you want to start down here. You want to take this bolt off so you can separate the 2 halves so you can get these bolts off. So we'll get our socket, put it on there, get it off. You want to kind of grab the mirror like this and pick up your socket wrench. You want to hold the mirror while you're turning your socket wrench. Just like that, it'll come right off. It might take a little bit of convincing. And there we have the detached mirror assembly. Over here, take this bolt off, get all the washers out of there, and then we'll be ready to separate these 2. We're going to separate these 2 so we can get in there to get those bolts off. All right, you get your star bit on there. And got that one off. Got that one off. Got them both off. So we have a rubber grommet on there. And lots of rust. Oh boy. Yeah. It's an old truck that needs a lot of help, doesn't it? Unfortunately, we're going to have to take the door panel off.
Dad, who are you talking to? You talking to yourself? Ow!
Look at that.
As always?
Oh my goodness. It must be Sasquatch. All right, so what's that?
What are you taking a picture of?
I'm changing the mirrors out.
By taking a picture over here?
No, Sasquatch. He ran right by. Take this knob off without losing the screw. So the thing to do, so you don't lose the screw, is to put it back on. Now you'll always be able to find it. Got that off. And then over here, you need to take your screwdriver. And you got these little plastic dealies here. And what you need to do is you need to put your screwdriver back in behind there. You need to pry out. And that's what we'll do. We'll pry out and we'll get all those off of there. All right, so I got all of pried out there. Now we'll lift this over the lock, slide it out from the handle, and there it goes. Make sure you don't lose any of those little black dealy wobs. I lost one, but I put it aside, so I've got it. And then we'll look inside and see what in tarnation did they do to tighten those things on. Look at that. They got a piece of wood back in there. And that is going to be fun. So this one here is stripped, so what we're going to have to do is we have to take some vice grips on the outside, clamp them on there, and turn that to get that off. So the disappointing thing between the old and the new is, and I measured vigilantly before I bought these, is that the holes, you can see that the holes do not line up. They're just a little over 1/8 of an inch too wide. So I'm going to have to reuse the old ones. I'm disappointed. So the packet came with these screws and a plastic nut that you put together. They're for the bottom. And screw them in. You're going to have to take the door panel off to do that. We did that, and we're getting ready to screw them on there. So I got my helper over here working on the outside, and I'm over here working on the inside. Get the door off. I got the first one in. You can see that little plastic thing right there. Put that in there, and I got to do the same on this side. A little bit tougher on this side. Can't quite get in there. Can't show you. Now that we have the tripods on, we're going to go ahead and put the mirror hanging part on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a bolt through here. The idea is you put a bolt, you put a washer, you put a slip washer, and then another washer. Once you've got it in there, then you go ahead and screw the L of the mirror on there. Once you have that tightened in there a little bit, it's not completely tight, that's fine. I can tighten it up from the bottom here. Then you go ahead and you're going to put this through the mirror, and again we're going to have the same setup, a steel washer, nylon washer, and a steel washer going through the mirror. So you have this mirror like so. We're going to sit it in there. Screw it in, tighten it up. And I have my first mirror on, and you can see I'm standing back here looking at it, and the mirror is aimed right at the head. I went in and adjusted it so it's just right, and what we're going to do is we're going to put another mirror on there as well. I purchased these at Napa. They're pretty big. I wanted them big. A lot of small ones, but I found these at Napa. They're pretty big. They're a nice little bubble mirror, and they're going to fit right about there, and that's going to be really help me with backup. Oh yeah, that's just great. You can see what a difference that makes. You know, I mean, you can put it at the top if you want. They say to put it to the farthest outside as possible. So you just peel off the backing right there, just like that. Hey, that's pretty nice. What do you think? You can see right there in that mirror, and you can look in there and see everything else. That's beautiful. One of the things I like about these mirrors is I searched for them. Most blind spot mirrors are very small. They're just a little bit, you know, just a few inches. And, you know, for my truck, I don't want them small. I want some big mirrors for towing. Now it's time to put the door back together. And we're going to put these little clip-on things into the holes and press them in until we get them all in. Alright, so you feed the door handle in, and then you put the lock in place like that, and that's going to hold it in place so we can tap those in. Go in pretty easy. Sometimes you can just push them in by hand. If you can't, you can get a hammer or a little thing like that and just tap them in. The last thing to do is to put your window roller upper in there. You just put it however you want it. You can always adjust it if you don't like where it ends up. Put your screw in there, tighten it up, and there you have it. Close the door. Project done. And that is how you put mirrors on your old Ford truck. This is the shack that Dennis built, and this is the truck that sits at the shack that Dennis built. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.